Hey guys, thanks for coming and watching this video. If you didn't get a chance yet to watch last week's video, click this link up in the top corner as we talked through 5 reasons that you shouldn't go to college. Well, I also wanted to talk about the positive side of college and why you should consider going to college. So this week, we're looking at 5 reasons why you should consider going to college and some other ways on how to get the best and the most out of your college experience. Let's jump into my number 1 reason about why you should go to college, and that's where I met my wife. Now, I know that's a weird reason to go to college, but ultimately, point number 1 isn't just that I met my wife, but it's an incredible place to socialize and get to know a lot of different people. And I ended up meeting my wife there while I was going to college. We never dated in college, we were just friends. But a few years after college, we started dating and shortly after got married. And she is very important to me. She's a big part of my life, obviously. And so I am very grateful for that. And I know that if I hadn't gone to college, I would not have met her. So that's the number 1 reason. The second reason is college gives some of the most fun experiences that you'll have in your life. Now, looking back on college, I didn't recognize this as much then, but college is one of those time periods where you really don't have a ton of responsibility other than going to school, getting your work done, and then really you get to choose what you want to do in the evening, whether you want to procrastinate, which I don't recommend, or whether you want to go do things with friends or get your work done, and then you get to choose clubs, you can choose extracurricular activities. There's so many different things that you can do on the weekends, during the day. And I just think it's such an incredible time. I think back to all the amazing things that I did with my friends, with my roommates, all the crazy stories we have. And a lot of that comes from going away to a 4-year college, being able to be on my own, not be living in my parents' home, getting that unique experience, which potentially you could get just by moving away from your family and trying out a new city or a new state or something like that. Ultimately, I think college is an incredible opportunity for you to learn, try new things, meet new people, and just really not have a ton of pressure on you, other than college, of course. But you get to be in a new environment where you then get to grow. So those are all big components of why I chose that to be my second reason for why you should go to college. Now, third, college is where it taught me to be a self-learner. Now, I found very early on in college that if I wanted to survive, if I wanted to make it through my classes, the teachers weren't teaching enough for me to really pass my tests and all that. So I had to go read the textbooks and really find ways to teach myself how to do the classes, or else I wasn't going to survive. And what that has done for me in the future is that helped me to really be able to self-learn as an entrepreneur. I'm constantly trying to find books about business, about photography, about video, videos to watch, all these different things, podcasts even, to learn and grow. And when you have that self-learning ability, it really sets you up for a lot of different experiences in life and really sets you up for success. So I think college pushed me into really becoming a self-learner. Fourth, it grows your network. Something I didn't really realize the value of until after college was the impact and the power of network. When I got up to Portland and I knew 2 people, maybe 3 people, I didn't have a network up there. And man, it is so hard to find a job if you have no one that can help get you in. Now, obviously for those people who have an incredible GPA, they're the top of their class, they have all the extracurriculars and everything to show that they're the best candidate, they can find a job wherever they go. But what I found is because I didn't know anyone in any of the companies up in Portland, I was just kind of left searching on my own and getting resume after resume rejected. So the more that you can build and broaden your network, especially in college, the more opportunities you have after college to get a job in the field that you want. And my last point is it delays. College delays the inevitable. You're gonna work for the majority of your life. Unless you happen to be a trust fund baby or just inherit a ton of money or win the lottery, you're likely gonna spend 40 plus years working. The average person seems to retire around 62 years old or older. And so that means you graduate college around 22, you work 40, 45, 50, 60 years, and then from there, you finally get to have some of those experiences where you don't have as much responsibility in life again. So really consider how college can benefit not only just learning, but getting some unique experiences that you're probably not going to get as much while you're working because of that responsibility that's now on your plate. Okay, so those are my 5 reasons for why I think you should go to college. But I also wanted to give a little bit of hindsight in what I wish I had pursued while I was in college and what could help you to make the most out of your college experience. The first one is join a rec team. When I was in college, I played sports with my friends and did stuff like that, but outside of investing in some clubs, Campus Crusade, or they call it Crew now, I never did a rec sport. And after I graduated college, I joined a softball league with a bunch of guys and found it was so much fun. And I just really think I would have enjoyed that part of college, the fraternity experience of being with a bunch of people playing a sport. And I never tried it because I thought I was too busy. So try that if you get an opportunity. Second, either study abroad or take an opportunity to do a trip across in Europe, in Australia, in New Zealand. Go somewhere with some friends and travel. It is so much easier to do those travels and adventures when, first of all, you don't have kids, because that obviously makes it more difficult. But second, I feel like college students are more willing to do things like stay in a hostel and go do travel cheap. Not feel like you have to be in a 4-star or 5-star hotel, have the best airlines, all those kind of things. In college, you just want to go do it as cheap as possible and just have a lot of fun. So take advantage of that while you can during the summers or on breaks. And lastly, I think you should take advantage of elective classes that you can take. At Cal Poly specifically, there were a bunch of these 1-unit classes that were just elective that could allow you to learn different things that you wanted to learn. And I didn't take advantage of as many of them as I would like to. Specifically, I remember in my engineering program, I had to choose between doing welding, casting, or machining. And I decided to do machining, but looking back with 1-unit courses, it wouldn't have taken much more time to have taken both welding and casting as well. And those are just some unique things that I would love to know. I'm not necessarily going to use it, but I'm not going to go end up learning that later in life unless that's where my career path takes me. My hope is that this series of 2 videos talking about the positives and negatives of going to college can be encouraging for you and help you in your process to decide whether or not you should go yourself. Now, obviously, the decision is up to you, but I hope that you can make that decision in confidence and ultimately have either a great experience in college or set your own path and have a great experience starting your life the way that you choose.